pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Tammy, roll call, please.
Ms. Dimitrov? Here. Ms. Durkin?
Here.
Mr. Throw?
Here.
Mr. Swatchka Dalton?
Here.
Mr. Keaton?
Here.
Ms. Duffy for the time being.
Here. Just to update everybody, we were supposed to do election of officers. We have 2 missing people on our terms. If it's okay with everybody, I would like to table that until those 2 people are appointed next month.
I have 2 in mind that have already said they'd like to join. One's here tonight.
Okay.
They have to send their application to Corinne.
Did you send an application in?
I did.
Okay, you're good. Well then, hopefully, I think that's a little bit more fair when we vote on our officers next month, as long as everybody's okay with that. I was supposed to elect a new chairperson and then step down and have that new chair. I'll sit, our ordinance says that I'm chair until a new chair is elected. I'm not even on the commission right now. Jen, we can run the meeting normally as we need to, and then we'll worry about that next month. So let's go ahead and cross that part off. Consideration of minutes for December 16th. Can I get a motion to approve those?
I'll make that motion.
A second?
I'll second. Oh.
My first official thing.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions, corrections?
No.
Okay. All in favor of approving the motion, or approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, those are done. Audience participation, is there anyone that came to say anything tonight?
No.
No? Okay.
I'd like to introduce Joanna. I heard about her through Mary Berkey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mary's on a couple of boards here too.
Yeah, she said she's a go-getter and very interested in the environment, and I don't know if there's anything you want to add?
I've lived here 5 years and I love it.
Good.
And
Enough said for me. I'm sold.
Yeah.
yeah, my
Hired.
kids go to the high school, and whenever there's a football game, they're part of the band.
Oh,
I just see a lot of water bottles, and I just wonder, like, why don't we do more? Or, just things going in trash when they could go into recycling, and just I wish we could do a little bit more.
Perfect.
Maybe I can help.
You are with some like-minded people.
Yeah,
It's nice to see you here, Joanna.
thank you.
Old business. Let's move on to old business. Let's talk about the project updates for the chair. We've had a few things going on.
I forgot my stuff in there.
Do you want to take a minute? Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
talk a little bit about the state flower thing. We had talked about that and voted on that last month. I'm happy to say that was passed. And they said that they want, the way that the town council wants to do it is they want ESC to be a part of, to have their name on that petition,
Okay.
not the town's name. They want
And
our,
that was their call.
that was their call, but I did listen to the meeting. Our Jennifer presented beautifully and
Okay.
came to that meeting. It was like on Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve, so I couldn't make it. But they said that they really liked the idea, and they said if you needed their name on it, they would have no problem with that.
Okay.
They just thought it was maybe more appropriate
Okay.
to put ESC's name on it, so congratulations. And an update for David, there is, Jen will talk about it as soon as she gets back, but we petitioned,
Yeah, I read the minute.
okay, well then,
Um,
that was approved through town council, is
Oh.
is the update that I have.
Yeah, they want, I take it they want us to put our, or this committee to put their, put it
Yeah,
out, yeah.
but they would be happy to, if it needed to be the other way around. I don't think, I think it's our choice, and I think it's more appropriate too, so.
Although last I heard at the state level, that has all been tabled for the time being.
Right,
So at the moment, it's kind of all in limbo anyway.
yeah. So, that was one of the projects. And then, are there any other projects you guys had questions about? I don't know.
No, I know that, I was looking over your report from last year, Tara.
Yes.
Again, just to see what we had on it, to our priorities and our plans for the year. And it's not so much, just, I was talking, because I was thinking, I know we talked about shifting focus on some things, right, and all of that, so I thought this would be a meeting where we could start discussing that. Maybe it's more appropriate to wait on some of these things, because that it's still snow on the ground, and we're not gonna be doing a lot of, like the pollinator gardens, right? We were gonna shift, I think, this coming year, we talked about shifting from planting more to maintaining what we had in education and outreach of that kind. And I'm not sure that we need to get started on that now until maybe hopefully we have a full board, a full commission next month to kind of dive more deeply into some of those things.
Yeah, I think the main purpose of that was just to focus on workshops.
Yes, yeah.
Have a goal, like maybe 1 to 2 workshops this week, or this year, and then also to make a brochure. Like, the brochure was huge.
That's somewhere in there. I remember seeing some of that, yes. But it was to get away from planting new gardens this year, maybe.
Unless we got funding.
Yes, unless we got funding, correct.
Okay.
Other than that, I think probably the next thing would be one of the big things coming up would be the Earth Day discussion, perhaps.
Yeah, let's wait on that. Jen, do you want to add anything to this project updates?
Yeah, I wanted to mention that we finished up Christmas or holiday light
Oh, yeah, holiday
string
lights.
recycling. We collected 105 pounds this year.
Hey, we beat our last
Yeah.
year's goal. So that continues to be a popular.
Yeah, and Tammy had a good idea to extend it for a week, because a lot of people still have their tree up because they follow the Orthodox Christmas or the 12 days of Christmas, so, yeah, and we got probably 30 more pounds than that last.
Would you explain a little bit of that, just so David understands?
Oh, the
Thank you. I was
light
just getting ready
recycling.
to ask.
Yeah, they encourage you not to throw that into your regular trash, because there is some valuable copper in the, under the wire. I'm sure they, throw the rest of it in once they get their copper out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh, so that's just for Christmas lights then?
any kind of holiday string lights.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll probably do it again next year.
Yeah, last year I think it was 90-some pounds.
94 pounds last year.
This year 105 pounds, so people use this location.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be a different location, but this is a popular.
I got
I
a
come in
strange
frequently
question.
and-
That's 105 pounds of before it was stripped down.
Right,
and-
right.
Okay.
And they're still sitting in my garage.
You're taking them though to the Valpo
Yes.
compost, okay.
Apple compost, okay. And did you just talk about preparing that condensed version of last fall's butterfly presentation with Jim Starrin to post on
That
our,
has been sent to Corinne.
okay, so that's gonna be on our town website.
Yeah, thank you.
And Miss Isabel did a very nice job in just hitting the highlights, so you kind of like a post. You don't have to go scroll through a whole slideshow, just check it out sometime. Also from last year, you mentioned this a little bit, we signed on to the INPS petition to change the state flower. It's gonna be a while before that ever even gets,
Is our name on it though?
yeah, well, yes, they accepted us. They haven't put it on their website yet. And Chesterton to Hobart, I believe, and Highland is going to
Okay.
do it too.
A lot of support.
But their sponsor backed out at the last minute, so they're looking for another sponsor. Right now, I was at the State House today, and it's a madhouse. Everybody's mad. We're worried about healthcare. They want to destroy renewable energy. So both groups were down there, and it was hustling. So yeah, this will probably not happen for a while.
Well, I still think it's good. I won't plant peonies this year.
Yeah.
I'll plant butterfly weed.
More valuable plants you can put out, peonies.
I'm not taking my
Next.
peonies out. They're already there and they're already established. So
Well, we don't suggest you get rid of them unless they're
I'm just not planting
invasive.
new. I don't know.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I have some non-native stuff too. I loved roses, and I finally gave up on those. I only have one now. Other old item was we've been accepted into the IDEM Clean Communities program at the bronze level, and we want to submit projects for approval to advance to the silver level. And I've got those emails from whoever's in charge of that, and I'm gonna talk to her. How do you want me to submit these? Do we just email what we've done to her, or,
Right.
okay, no
We
problem.
tried that last month, but everyone was
Right.
on vacation and doing stuff for the holiday.
I think she's ready now.
Okay.
And are we still working on that Native Garden demonstration trail brochure to share with community and Indiana Dunes tourism?
I have not worked on it. I would prefer if we assign somebody and I could help them. Isabel has been real good with brochures, but we can, if anyone else wants a,
And, you know, there's no rush on it.
there's no rush.
Right.
Does anyone have any, I guess, experience with brochures that might want to do that?
Technically, yes. I do, actually.
Oh,
Yeah? Do you think that that would be something?
Do you have anything started?
We have ideas. The biggest idea was that we were originally going to do a map, and we were always obsessed with this map and walking and where are the restrooms and where's the parking. We don't want to do that anymore. We just want to show the locations of where these are.
Okay.
And Minneapolis has been in the news for a lot of things, but not for their native gardens. They have a really good native gardens, and they have them all mapped out.
Okay.
And they have a cool thing on the website. I don't know if you're really techie like that, but I think that would be really cool to have people email us, and then we can put the location of their garden in. But we do have, how many gardens do we have established right now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
And
3 of which-
Augsburg is expanding theirs. They just had it seeded, their empty lot that, you know, old churches have way more property than they need. They wanted to sell it for development, and some of the older members said, no way. So we're just gonna cover it with wildflowers and grasses.
And that's Native Pollinator
Yeah,
Project that's
urban-
doing that?
Urban pollinator.
Urban Pollinator Project.
They
They
just
did,
seeded Sunday.
okay, perfect, because they did one of our gardens here, and they are interested in doing more. They want to do Stevens Park?
Yeah,
Is that what that's called?
yeah.
It's right behind St. Pat's Liquor. There's an area.
It's like 2/10 of an acre.
Yeah, it's actually, it's town of Porter property. It's Parks Department, and Parks Department gets tired of mowing it. They said that they would love to have some natives there, so if we can get that funded, we'd like to, but really we'd like a map, not a walking map, but just a location map on that, and then maybe the flowers and how they benefit the environment.
Okay.
Like a little brochure. Ideally, where would you like these brochures? We would like them here at Town Hall. We would also like them at the Visitor Center.
Yeah, and I'd like them to put it on their website, because they have other areas, where other places you can see wildflowers, and they
Yeah.
have that Drink Across garden, which, that's not wild, but,
Go ahead, sorry.
If you want, the inspiration from this is Hawking Hills.
yeah. Hocking Hills, Ohio has a butterfly garden trail.
And you can see their brochure online, and that's kind of the inspo. You don't have to do exactly what they do, but that's what I've been.
Is it, how do you spell that?
Hawking, H-O-C-K-I-N-G.
Okay, I got it right, okay.
Hocking.
That's what I was thinking, I wasn't sure.
Hocking Hills, yeah. But yeah, I think the biggest hiccup was we were so worried because if you walk all of our 5 gardens, it takes 2.5 hours and it's like 6 miles. And we just couldn't figure out how to make them smaller. But then we just ditched that idea and we said, hey, if you want to park downtown and see the downtown gardens, go ahead. But if you want to park and see, the Augsburg Garden, you can do that too.
Okay. Let me see if I can find a tool that is relatively accessible so that down the road, if we want to update the brochure and I'm no longer available for any reason off the board, something happens. It'd be nice if the files were available to anybody, could just update things, not, of course, have to start all over again every time.
I think, have you been using Canva Pro?
I've been using Canva. Dillon School Corporation has education, so I get access to some prettier pictures and some background remover. But I would say that it's relatively accessible for any editing purposes.
Okay,
I have no problem with the normal version before I had the education
okay,
aspect. And if you do find that you want to do anything that requires some sort of extra account, feel free to loop me in, and I can
okay,
give you my like code or whatever, or just edit it on my side.
okay.
Yeah, and feel free to reach out if you have any further questions.
Okay, I will.
Anything else, Janet? Okay.
I can move on to things we have planned for this coming year. In addition to Earth Day, well, that's something we have to work on. But I have some educational outreach things already lined up. We have a winter seed sowing workshop. The date's been set at February 12th at our Hawthorne Park Community Building at 5 to 7 p.m. And only hiccup we have right now is we're doing it in conjunction with Chesterton Sustainability Commission. They're having trouble getting the money that was promised them for their budget. You know how that goes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
We
sorry.
didn't say we were gonna give you money, that kind of thing. Anyway, we have everything but potting soil, so we're gonna figure something out. And we'll be
How
ready
much
to go.
potting soil do you need?
How much? I'll ask her. I'll ask
I've got 2 bags in my, I've got 2 big.
potting soil? Okay. I'll tell her we have some donations.
I just don't know if that's gonna be sufficient.
We're not sure how many people are gonna come. We need to get someone to do a post on Facebook, an event.
Does Chesterton Sustainability Commission want to do that advertising?
I think she's pretty busy. They don't have a meeting till February 10th.
Would you like us to do it then?
Yeah.
Is it, just to clarify, is this our event that Chesterton's with? Are we hosting Chesterton? How?
We're co-hosting.
Co-hosts.
Yeah, co-hosting.
Co-hosting on February 12th. At what time?
5 to 7.
And this is,
Porter Community Center and
At Hawthorne, the Hawthorne.
Hawthorne. Emily will be teaching us about seed starting.
okay, yeah, so this is the seed starter thing.
Yeah, if you could just get back to me on that soil, I'm happy to help.
sure.
And
That'd be great.
appreciate our Parks Department for offering the building. That's really nice of them.
And then Urban Pollinator Project wants to do a workshop at Augsburg Lutheran in April. We have not confirmed a date yet, but we want to open it to the public. There's very few people interested in native gardening in the congregation at Augsburg. So, yeah, we want everybody to come,
How would,
and everybody's welcome to that.
okay, would you want ESC to co-host it, or how?
Yeah, I guess. Well, we'll advertise it.
And we don't know the dates for that yet, though.
No, he said early April. I said, well, you can't do it before April 5th, which is Easter, because the church is busy with stuff on Holy Week. So it'll be after April 5th,
Okay.
and probably a weekday.
We could circle back then.
And then the Native Garden Walk that we got rained out on last year, Emily wants to do that again. We haven't determined a date yet. And Plant Symposium wants to come back on, to Hawthorne Parks Community Center in October, and they told me a date, and I can't find where I wrote it down. But Brian knows about it, and he says, just let me know when you find out the date, because Thursdays are pretty open.
So hopefully, David, you're following some of the stuff. The first 3 things we are just now hearing about ourselves. But the Plant Symposium, we've done that. We did that last year. Would you mind telling David a little bit about that?
Plant is, stands for Porter Laporte, and I don't remember what ANT stands for, but we're trying to get a SICM. It's an invasive plant group that goes around, and we have someone that would do our herbicide application. That might even go further than just doing loppers and weed pulling. Maybe even using some chainsaws and things like that, but we're way far away from that. We're just trying to get community members interested in invasives and planting natives. And the last meeting I went to was pretty well attended. I'd say there's about 20 people there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Do you think it's well attended because of the expert panelists that they have and the experts that are on that?
This was just a planning meeting that I went to
Okay.
that had a bunch of people there. But I think at ours, we had about 12 people, which was pretty good.
Do you remember the speakers' names?
One was from Fish and Wildlife, another was from Indiana Dunes National Park, and the other guy was from, used to be at Shirley Hines, and now is working for some kind of wetland restoration company.
Yeah, I was quite impressed with the panelists. I learned a lot. If you guys have a chance to go to that and you want a landscaper that just knows their stuff and you want to know, you got some questions, they'll spend as much time as you want.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's the Plant Symposium. So they're gonna have, this will be next October. We did one last year and I was blown away. I don't know if you guys are into native plants or just fixing up your garden. So, you know, cause you live next to the national park or anything, helping pollinators. These guys really know their stuff and, they do it. I think one of them was from the Indiana Dunes State Park. One of them worked with Shirley Hines. They really know their conservation work, so.
We have a fun icebreaker quiz in the beginning, and the questions were, I hope they scale it back a little bit. They're a little tough.
Yeah, I don't know how many I got correct, but it wasn't much.
I just learned a tremendous amount. I think it is a tremendous value to the community, because that stuff costs money. You have a landscaper come out, Smalls Landscaping is a big one, and I remember like they quoted me $10,000-15,000 to do some of that stuff, so I just thought it was a tremendous benefit for me in my yard and the environment. But yeah, so they were great, and I think that you would be a benefit to that too, because I know you know a lot about landscaping and.
Well, I don't know about a lot about landscaping, but I've done a substantial amount of work with natives. I was at Praxair, and the plant manager there wanted to restore some of the areas there. So in the 6 years that I was there, we planted over 100 native trees. We restored probably about 4 or 5 acres back to prairie. Unfortunately, since I've left, it's all been abandoned. But
Are the native trees still there?
yeah, the native trees are still there.
That's
Unfortunately, they still got the deer cages around them, and I don't know.
Oh, no. But so that's in October, so I just wanted him to know a little bit about that.
And then moving on to new business projects we need to work on. Our Earth Day trash cleanup event, we have to choose a date where we're gonna do it at. It was very popular with the town council. And they were impressed with your garbage.
Yeah, just, I don't know if you read the
He's not gonna
article.
do that again.
I made one of the meetings, and they were discussing it then.
Yeah, so he he counted all the garbage that we picked up, which that data is really important and good. And then,
It's eye-opening, isn't it?
yeah,
It's
he
definitely
made,
eye-opening, yeah.
he got his, we had an article in the Chicago Tribune
Yeah.
with that data. Yeah. And then we also learned a little bit about hazardous waste,
Mm-hmm.
how to handle it.
Impairment. A little bit of that.
Yeah. Are we doing that again? Is that the idea?
I think so.
Would you like to continue Waverly?
Well, yeah, I'm sure it'll be pretty trash by April. It looked good for a long time.
Okay.
All it takes is a windy day and some trash cans knocked over, and it all goes because nobody picks it up.
That's right.
And if someone else has another idea, maybe Tammy knows about something in town, or he's got an idea.
Okay to talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2000. So I was reading, about that on your minutes for the garbage pickup. And I know that you were talking about like the adoption of a road or something. But
Yeah.
when I was thinking of Devin or whatever, all these sports organizations or whatever are looking for fundraisers, could you almost do like a fundraiser where you pay for a pound of trash that you pick up? Where people would be doing that you could get the track team or the basketball team or whatever it would be, but you could go out So that
I like
you
that
can
idea.
say, you know, I'll donate 50 cents. I don't know how much pounds you pick up, but, you know, if it's 100 pounds and you can, you know, say,
Did you have it?
donate 10 cents and you can get 100 families, you know, that,
So families would donate? Or-
yeah. You know, like they would go out and they would get donations. Like in swimming, they would do every lap you swam, you paid
Yeah.
$1 to do the lap. But you could say, every pound of trash we picked up on Saturday, you know, would you be willing to pay $1 a pound or 50 cents a pound or something?
And that money would go to the team.
Yeah.
Yes, it would go to the team, but then you.
We'd also have the
labor to
benefit
pick
of
up
the
the
labor.
trash.
Okay.
I don't know, we have two seniors
We
here.
could
What do you
compete and
guys
see
think?
who picked up more.
I mean, I think that's a great idea. You
That's-
have
Yeah.
two sides of like, okay, well, the team's getting more money. Obviously, they're putting in some time, but they're going to be putting in time regardless. Additionally, you're probably influencing more people to donate in the first place. Sometimes, you know, if people feel like they're donating to a team, that's great. But if they feel like they're donating to a team and a cause, that can be really beneficial to move up the profits, for lack of a better term. It's really just about finding a team that's willing to do that, or that will be looking to do that upcoming in this season. A lot of, obviously, fall and winter sports would have already finished their fundraising, and spring sports have also pretty much started, but perhaps implementing or speaking to the athletic department or other departments about the following next year is something we can definitely look at.
Would that be the most, I guess, fair way to do it, is just to talk to the athletic department and ask if they have volunteers of teams that want to do this?
Maybe like a first come, first serve type of thing, because it's one of those things that it's really, really easy. Like you just got to show up for a couple hours, pick up trash. You know, you're doing something, it's a team bonding thing. You're doing something for a cause. You're raising money for your team. It's really easy. And each year, the more people that do it, the word gets out and more people are going to come and do it. They're going to participate and hopefully be more involved outside of, you know, just their sports event raising money. So,
And I think hitting local businesses would probably be a good idea to raise. I mean, you'd probably raise a lot more money going into some of the local businesses and them going, well, you know, at least this is something I can get behind, cleaning the town up, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a consensus for this one.
Yeah.
That's a really good,
Music department would like to.
Supplies like Ace Hardware or something, maybe could donate some
well,
of those.
thankfully, we might run our capacity. Public Works last year donated, we had about 100 vests. And we had garbage, so the town,
And the clipper?
yeah,
grabbers.
and they had grabbers. We had plenty, and then we had another organization, Dunlin Dems, come in and also offer grabbers. But yeah, maybe Ace would be the one to ask it, depending on how many teams want to do it. I'm just thinking the teams that are in session that are fundraising at that time in April. I know track is going on.
You might want to ask the marching band. They
I was gonna say, it also might be beneficial to look outside
Outside
of
of-
sports,
Beyond the athletic department.
show
Right.
choir.
Maybe even
Thank you.
introduce it to the vice principal and say this is something that I really think that the community would embrace.
But you might also wanna try the middle schools now, being they're all got their, they all have their own sporting events.
This could be a branched out.
Well, where do
If
you
this-
want to start? Sorry, go ahead.
Let's see, if this catches on, it'd be a thing you can almost template at some point, and it just becomes not just once a year, but it could be almost a regular
Yeah.
occurrence if
I
it
would say
catches on.
one for every season.
I'm not saying we start there. I just, it's the kind of thing that could
You know
become
what,
a.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to get your name and address.
Oh, my name's Adam Easter, my wife, Mary Ann. We live in 286 Arco Vache.
Okay, thank you. Just
Right.
Tammy needs it for, because that was a great suggestion. I
Yeah,
want
it
to make
was.
sure that it was.
Yeah,
It
thank
looks
you.
like we'll go with that suggestion.
Yeah.
And she's keeping me quiet, you know, because otherwise I'll keep typing out.
No, we appreciate that. And this is set up, not a lot of the town meetings are set up like this, but ours is, so thank you.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, I would help support it too. I mean, I know these guys, right? So it's just, and you know, I don't know what the right number would be to solicit, but I mean, everyone's, you know, the Doolin clubs or whatever, they're all looking for fundraisers and pancake breakfasts and, you know, I mean, it just goes endless.
I can definitely.
Right, so,
Do you,
Yeah.
so,
It's a really unique and beneficial fundraiser.
would
We
we,
don't need pancakes.
can I get a volunteer to talk to the vice principal about that?
I can do it.
Isabel?
Yeah.
Okay. Isabel will talk to the vice principal, not just the athletic department, so that we can include everybody. That probably is a really, I can see that being a very popular fundraiser. I'm handing out bags to anyone that wants to clean up garbage.
Yeah.
Now, who picks up the trash is it the town?
Well, it was
The town will go by?
Devin.
Kind of, but
He
it
took
was a
it
group
home with
effort. It was a
It's what?
it was a group
No, I mean-
effort.
I mean, not picking up, but you're bagging it,
Yeah, we coordinated with Public Works. Jamie Spainer was very nice to help us with that. We had like the whole town helping us. They put out blocks, the police put out the blocks to keep us safe. They gave us vests.
Sure.
And then we just left them. I think it happened to fall on a weekend last year. We were supposed to leave them on the side of the road. I think there was 15 or 20 bags, big construction bags. We ended up dropping them off in Devin's garage. He counted it all.
Not alone.
Oh,
The
yeah.
young man over there helps a little bit.
So I think how many?
The count?
1778.
So I mean, I know I was at Able Disposal, and they break them up, and I know that there's some technology there that they could help classify the trash.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing because we found liquor bottles and hazardous waste.
Sure, I would just see
If Able will help.
if they can come in and give you classifications rather than going in. I understand what you're trying to do, I get it,
Yeah.
right, but, but that might be something, because that's what they do, is they sort it, they sort the glass, they sort the metals, they sort the plastic stuff, and like, you're looking to get the poundage kind of for each area, right? But it might be something to talk with them about, because it's going to their transfer station,
Right.
and they're breaking it apart, and
I just wonder if they'll. I wonder if they'll pick it up for free. I think we'd have to figure out how to get it over there, because I know our Public Works was like, hey, free, no problem. But yeah, on our streets anyway, they were really happy about that. But then when we wanted to do it closer to like the visitor center, they were like, it's just a different district, so they were like, no, you got to get not DNR but the National Park people to do that.
sure.
So I think that, but I do think it's worth a conversation. Thank you. Jen, do you want to talk to the Able and see if they'll weigh it for us this year? We will have Devin, but Devin, is that,
Yeah, I'm not. That was fun. Honestly, it was something really fun to do. It was nice out. I enjoyed doing it.
With the pickup or the counting, or both?
Oh, I didn't really do the pickup. You just brought it over to my garage. Nice
How
and
about-
convenient for me. Slowly dispose of the garbage.
does Devin or Jenny, does one of you want to contact Able just so we have options to see what they can do for us?
Do you want to? Or do you want me to? I would love to. If you.
You go ahead.
Okay, I'd love to do that.
If you need some help, let me know.
Okay, thank you. I
We'll,
appreciate it.
We can go over there and support and
Thank you.
talk to them about it.
Thank you. That's I really appreciate it because yeah, the support that's the biggest thing, right? It's really hard to do these things alone, so all the support is greatly appreciated.
Well, if we can establish relationships with other people able to help us, then Devin, you'll only hear through the next 6 months.
Yeah, the
Years ahead.
sustainability.
Yes, then, even if we only do this once or
Yeah.
twice a year, we have
Yeah.
somebody we can hopefully will work with us on this to help us.
Yeah, and I think Devin, last year you were doing it for some kind of a project for a class, right?
It wasn't even. It was. I was kind of like 2-in-1ing it, so I was like, okay, well, I have a project right now, and that was like the easiest thing. I just chose waste management. Boom, just
There you go.
store the garbage and talk about that. And that ended up working out great for me, but.
Yeah.
This year, there's not really a project for me to do, but I'm still, I would love to do it because counting each and every item, it's like it gives you this valuable insight to sit there for hours and count garbage. You learn a lot more than you think by sitting there on a little crappy bench that's falling apart, counting, almost slicing your finger open on some random.
Yeah, I
chip
heard that you're
metal.
pretty meticulous about the count, so it's very accurate. Kind of
There
garbage.
are, maybe we should get you a pair of, those, what are they, cut-proof gloves or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have leather ones,
vest.
but they're some sharp metal in there.
You might
Yeah.
want to get a tetanus shot.
Okay, just to
That shirt hurts.
Just to recap everything, we do plan on Earth Day of 2026, to be determined the date. Waverly, for now, is the road, unless we have another suggestion later. We're able to change it next month if you guys want to. I have Isabel talking to the vice principal about raising money per pound for the teams and the different organizations at the high school or middle school. There's a lot of ideas going around. So could you include the middle school when you talk to the vice principal?
Yes.
To see if
and
that
I'll
would-
figure out
would
who's
make
the best
sense.
to-
And then I have Devin talking to Able Disposal to see if
Yes.
that is a more sustainable option and what they can offer us.
Mhm.
And maybe how much it would cost, or if it would be free to just take it over there. You know that our Public Works will take it there, but, or we could drop it off at Public Works, they could pick it up from there and,
Okay, okay.
Can I ask another question too about Able? Now, in these events, are they, you know, after the fact, do they have pictures and saying, hey, so-and-so did this and yay, they did a good job, we collected 100 pounds of trash on the town website or, you know, promoting that stuff?
so the question is, do we have it on the town website?
Yeah, well,
Like statistics?
Well, the one with it is you go to Able and you say, look, you know, if you're a good corporate citizen, right? If we're promoting you and saying you're a partner in this area, et cetera, you know, learning about the, you know, the disposal stuff, right? No one likes to do that. But if they come out as looking good and being supportive, they might be more willing to, you know, do some corporate help, you know, but they would like to be
Recognized.
for supporting the project,
Okay,
you know, but I didn't know what if you had any avenues
So-
to be able to promote and said, hey, they're a partner of our community, they picked up the trash out of contract or whatever.
we, so last year was our first one that we did. We learned a lot. I think as we go year after year, we decided to do it again, make it an annual event. I think that we will start doing that. Especially if Able is able, the disposal company will help us.
Sure.
We did do that with our gardens. We had Urban Pollinator Project sponsor one, and then we had Chesterton Feed sponsor the other. So those were up on our website, and we also have really nice signs out there for them. But they donated all the plants, which were kind of a lot, like 800 and 800, like you wouldn't think. But yeah, that's a big help for us. But yeah, I think that's a fair enough statement, is to put them on the website. I know Corinne doesn't mind doing that, and we don't mind recognizing people. We gave them a thank you card as well. So yeah, I think when you talk to them,
Yeah,
you can make sure that that's just as easy as sending Corinne
right.
an email.
And it's a neutral party to weigh and see who won the competition.
Yeah, and the efficiency is through the roof.
Right.
It takes
Yeah.
15 minutes,
No
not
cheating.
8 hours.
Okay. So I think that wraps up.
That's right.
Any other discussion that we'd like to say? Anything else? Go ahead.
I sit on the Porter County Stormwater, Soil and Water Conservation District. You know, we have very similar goals, you know, where we do, you know, we do cover crops, and we have trees, soil samples, you know, that we give at discounts. You know, we promote, you know, native plants and, you know, bee habitat and pollinators and, you know, stuff like that. I'm kind of like, since my daughter graduated, I'm in this, figuring out what we can do. Since
Your
she's at
spare time now.
college. Is, you know, like I know they have tree sale or they have stuff like that, you were talking about the native plants or whatever like that. Is there, I know that you do some collaboration with some other groups, right, within there? Is that, you know, I don't know,
We could collaborate with your group.
it's what?
We could collaborate with the Porter County School.
Shirley Hines sits, you know, goes on the board meetings, Brandon does, Alicia sits on there too. I mean, she goes to the meetings every week or whatever like that, but I know that that's, but like tree sales, I mean, they have 20 trees for $2 a piece for the trees. You know, I don't know if that is, but I imagine it's native. around here, I don't know much about trees.
Is that from the DNR?
Huh?
Is that from the DNR, the native trees?
Well, they sell the bundles of them, I'm sure.
Yeah, I buy them, you can only get them like in packages of 100,
Yeah, these are
but,
10.
Is that Shirley Hines does it? Are you talking about Shirley Hines?
It's what?
Who does the tree sales, but for packages of 10?
Yeah, that's the soil, water
That's you guys.
conservation district, yeah.
Oh,
I've got some information in my car, if you're interested, I could come.
we are very interested
Yes.
because we looked at the package of 100
yeah.
and we weren't quite sure how to do that because they really want you to sign and make sure that they go and they're planted, right?
They do, but I don't think they're going out and actually checking up on anybody. I mean,
Yeah, I guess just when we talked about it as a board, we wanted to make sure that we're not just flinging them out, in the environment. We want to make
Yeah.
sure that they get in the ground, and we thought that was a lot, but
yeah. It's pretty hard to determine what's gonna happen to them after you
Right.
sell them to somebody, I have a feeling that, a lot of the times because I've been to some of the giveaways before, and they basically, they say, yeah, we'll give you these, but we're looking for a donation. They're not asking you to pay for them, but they're asking you for a donation. And you see some of the people walking away with trees, and you look and think to yourself, well, that tree's never getting planted, which is a shame.
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they're happy that if they get 50% of them in the ground, that they're doing a good thing. I mean, and it's super reasonable.
Yeah, why didn't we want to do the 100? I'm just saying that 10 sounded a lot more reasonable.
Well, I can get it, and then they also do soil sampling, like the first one's free, and then $10 for others, for the samples. But I mean, it's just, these are some of the things that the programs that we offer, to help, like for native gardens, or, people wanting to do that, what's the soil, and then they have tied in resources, with the Department of Agriculture and whatever to help, if there's an issue with it, right? We don't have a garden, but I can't tell you all that stuff, but they do have folks that can, the SMEs can help support that.
When do your meetings happen?
It's what,
When are your meetings for the,
well, we had one today at
is it
5:30, yeah.
every third Tuesday?
Well, I think it's every second Tuesday, but
Sec-
maybe we switched it. And sometimes it varies because most people sit on the board are farmers, so it depends when they're available.
I think there's a lot that maybe we probably are not taking advantage of.
Well, they do a lot of education programs, over a school year, there are over 10,000 kids of training. I mean, Michelle, who runs the education stuff, it's pretty impressive.
That might be worthwhile to check out a
And
meeting.
she's, she's very, she's very passionate about it. They hired a part-time person to help out, but just kind of talk about the farms and, just water quality, and they do pond management seminars. They have they do a lot of things, and then we do an annual meeting. The annual meeting is, I believe it's March 4th, where it's open to the public. You just gotta attend, it's free to the public. All you have to do is show up.
Is that
Where do you
in
meet?
Valpo? Is that
That's in Bethel, yeah.
at the court, where are those meetings?
It's,
Is it at the courthouse or at the,
it's a Porter County fair. Where their monthly meetings are, it's off of Sill, Haiti. But they have a Department of Agriculture, they get a building from them, so.
Is this a county? Is
What?
it just Porter County, or is it a statewide?
No, it's, so the a bill was passed, my understanding, I don't wanna be, but every county has a soil and water conservation district. Some are strong, some are not so strong. Indiana has 92, right? And then the state, is overreaching, but they give them funding, and then they get funding from other sources, and that's their mission is to the soil and water conservation. So we do a lot of cover crops for farmers, that make climate resistant soils. right? So that you know, where, they have cover crops, they, you know, so a lot of the stuff that they do there, they promote, you know, like, the government programs, you know, conservation of wetlands and help facilitate some of that stuff.
Yeah, I had one of the guys come out,
Natural forest, huh?
I had one of the guys come out to my property and help me, ID some of the invasives. Can't remember what the young man's name was, but, he came out and spent, an hour
Yeah.
or so just helping me out and kind of giving me a good idea of what it would be my,
And some
plan.
falls within the county, you know, the county, some falls within the DNR, you know, so it's kinda confusing. I'm not that smart, I'm still trying to figure it out, but.
I think that would make sense, just for us to keep following up and attend a meeting and see if there's more that we could be taking advantage of. Sounds like there's a lot of overlap.
Yeah, but like you know, I mean, just what you were talking about, I think that would be an idea, at least they know about it, they can post it on their website and for people that are interested, that, you know, they maybe attend more or, you know, whatever the participation is. So.
All right. Jen, did you want to also talk about the Earth Month extravaganza with Michigan City Sustainability Commission?
I'm not sure I'm gonna be ready to table something yet by April.
Okay, we did get an invitation, just so everyone knows, for April 25th from 12 to 3 at the Senior Center of Michigan City to do a table. Jen doesn't want to table anything, or isn't ready?
Not yet.
Not yet?
But I was interested in tabling at the European market, maybe later in the summer. I'm hoping that this seed sowing thing, we might be able to get some milkweed going and give it away when we table.
Oh. Are you gonna be contacting her? Because she said contact her in January. It's the chamber.
Just call the chamber,
Yeah.
Dune Chamber.
Yeah, they only have a couple of Saturdays, but they will give it to you for free. But if you contact them in like June,
Right,
they're not gonna be able to have,
okay.
to accommodate you. But you can reserve them, I think, as early as January.
And maybe we could give away trees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talk to the potential.
We
No,
need
no,
to-
but we could give away, because I'm not sure if 100 trees would make sense. When do they give those 100 trees away?
you know, I can't remember the exact date. It's pretty early in the spring.
Yeah.
And they don't really give them away. You've got to pay for them.
Yeah, so I think
But,
there was something the reason that I didn't do that.
Well, would be hard to distribute. You'd need to break the packages up, and you need to have something to keep them wet. And, you know, it's doable. I went to an event over in Lake Station here this year that they were doing it. And probably, I don't know, I could call them up and talk to them and see if there's a way to get them to break it down into smaller packages, but
Or he said that
See
they're,
what he can come up with.
now they do have a stipulation though that they can't be resold, so I don't know that we could sell them.
But if we gave them away,
yeah, we
we
would
gave
give
them away, yeah.
give them away at the tabling event.
and when you say, sorry, Dave, when you say break them down, I'm not that good with this kind of stuff, but you have to basically split the package up, maybe put in some soil inside, like a.
Yeah. Now,
so-
there is something that I didn't even think of here. If you buy like they call it a wildlife package, it comes already broke down.
Oh,
So
okay.
you'll get like 10 hazelnut
You-
and 10 dogwood and 10.
Flag me right at buy. We don't have any funds.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, if it was $1, I don't know. I guess people could donate. What would be the cost of something like that? Do you know?
I think I bought 300 this year. It was less than $200.
Yeah, I'm not sure. If we would have to get that sponsored or donated.
Mhm. Yeah.
It might be better to crawl before we walk
Yeah.
and just do a smaller amount
Yeah.
if we can. Okay. Is there anything else that you
I
have?
like fall tree giveaways. You don't have to water them as long.
So you're contacting, just to reiterate, you're gonna be contacting the chamber this January to see if you can set up a couple of tabling events for the European market, perhaps give away some trees and have some pamphlets. You will not be ready to do the Earth Day extravaganza on April 25th, though?
No.
Okay.
Could you hand me one of those pencils, please?
Is there anything else for Earth Day that you had?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe one
No,
of the
the other,
pens.
only other thing we
Thank you.
wanted to participate in is like a plastic-free July project. We partner with Plastic Reduction Alliance of Northwest Indiana. We're just kicking around ideas on what to do. We've talked about seeing if the restaurants in Porter would maybe not give out plastic spoons for a month, or looking into places where they could get a discount if they all ordered together for like bamboo spoons or whatever. I really, going plastic free is tough. So if anybody has ideas about that,
I'll keep an eye.
let me know.
Does anybody have ideas right now about that? No? We'd like to do something for Plastic Free July, but we just don't know what would be feasible.
That's a tough one there.
I mean, they have like kind of alternative. I think they're expensive though, but I'm sure there's some way that we can figure out how to do a like a biodegradable plastic bags. They have those online, but I mean they cost a little bit more. So it kind of the whole point is efficiency. It's a price cost. So I don't know if there's any way we can incorporate that into Plastic Free July just to get the point out there that there's plastic that's biodegradable. So maybe that.
I think if we were gonna do anything, I know that they have talked about working with some of the local businesses, which is fine. But I think if we were gonna do anything, I think like maybe the low-hanging fruit would be just to work with, some of the events that the town already sponsors and does. Like, what is the beer event that I never go to?
The one from October?
Porter Perfect Pint.
Perfect Pint.
yeah.
Maybe getting them to make sure, I've never been, so I don't even know if they recycle, they probably do. Things like that, maybe using less plastic in some of the events that the town sponsors, or even the fire department sponsors. That might be a good start, just to kind of get our feet wet with that, because we have a lot of support from the town, so that would be easier.
Maybe we could ask the businesses to, instead of just throwing plastic into everybody's takeout, most people are going home, they have their own utensils. Just ask, do you need utensils? I know Wagner's did that, but then still threw some plastic in there.
What would that be? Would that just be a brochure to the businesses? A little flyer?
Some suggestions, and then we can say that they're going green, and that this is what they're going to be doing.
Put it on our website?
Yeah, or they could put.
Would you
it
like
in-
to be on our website, just by asking this question?
What's that?
Like the flyer would be something like, would you like to be promoted on our website by going green? If you can have your people ask, do you want the utensil with it or not?
What else can we do? I mean, and not use plastic bags just for takeout. Wagner's doesn't do that either. I
So
don't know
maybe
about
this
that.
time just focus on utensils and bags for the local businesses? Cause it's like Uno's, I
We
can't,
don't sell plastic water bottles. I don't know how many do that. Thinking.
well, we don't have to think here.
Say we can.
We could just kinda wrap it up and then we could,
Thought
Yeah.
process.
let's,
It's a challenging project.
we'll table that for next time.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think we've got plenty to do.
I mean, thank you guys for coming here and speaking. Thank you
Yeah.
for
Yeah, thank you.
applying. Yeah, we appreciate all the thoughts. I mean, we definitely got a train going with some ideas here, so we appreciate your insight.
Okay. We'll be looking forward. Thank you for your application, and we'll look for that. I guess I'm looking for, as long as I don't want to overlook any comments that anyone had.
Oh,
But just
I
a-
have one.
Okay,
One more plug for LaPorte Master Gardeners. They are sponsoring Doug Tallamy as a speaker. Everybody know who that is? You know who that is, Dave?
What was the name again?
Doug Tallamy.
No, I don't think I've heard that one before.
He's great. He's a professor in Pennsylvania or somewhere like that. And he is the guru on going native, converting part of your lawn back to native plants and trees. And he's got this thing called Homegrown National Park. He says if everyone did just a little bit of their yard for nature and native plants, we would be able to, it would be the size of a national park, the size of some state, I can't remember. But he's really interesting to hear talk, and he's big on oak trees too. He says if there's nothing else you can do to help the environment, plant an oak tree, because it supports like 500 different, they call them Lepidoptera, but caterpillars for moths and butterflies, and it's bird food. It's baby bird food. That's all they eat is caterpillars in the spring. Can't eat the seed and stuff we put out. So I suggest people go see him. It's at the Port Civic Auditorium, March 28th at 10:30. It's free, but they want you to get a ticket online. And I'm not sure when those go on sale. I'll keep an eye on that.
That was in LaPorte?
LaPorte Civic Auditorium on Sand Ridge Street in, and it's a good-sized venue, so I
Can
don't
you
think,
give us the date? I'm sorry.
March 28th,
Thank you.
10:30 a.m. And they might have people tabling there too. Might just be
Okay, Jen, anything else, Jenny?
no, that's it.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
I'll second.
thanks, guys.
I'll give the DNR a call.